welcome to the Bala Cynwyd Library's First Friday STEM project. Today we're going to explore electricity and paper circuits. If you picked up your bag at the library, you would have gotten a template for the paper circuit, copper conductive tape, a coin battery, and an LED bulb. You're also going to need a pair of scissors and clear tape to do this project. So what is electricity? Electricity is the flow of electrical energy from one place to another. So how does this happen? Well, electricity has to go in a circle or a loop. So if I had a battery and I had a piece of wire and I touched one side to the other, the energy would flow in the circle. If I take it away, the circle would be broken and the electricity would stop. But we want to use the electricity. So how do we do that? We have to make a circuit. So we would take some wire and a battery, which is our power source, and a light bulb that we're going to light up. And we would run the wire from the battery to the bulb and from the bulb back to the battery. But it wouldn't stop the electricity. We would not be able to turn off the light. So we're going to add one more component. We're going to add a switch. Just like the switch that you have on the walls of your house, when you turn on the switch, that circle is closed and the electricity can run through it and the light bulbs go on. When you turn off the switch, you're going to break that circle or break the loop, and the energy is going to stop and the light bulbs go off. That's the exact same thing we're going to do with our one-eyed monster. The first thing you need to do is cut out your template. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut out the square with the monster. And on the diagram side, you're going to cut out, but you need to include the piece at the bottom. Don't cut that off. It's very important, and it should look like this. Now that you've cut out the diagrams, we're going to start putting down the materials on our diagram. We're going to use the copper conductive tape. Copper is an excellent means of conducting electricity, just like water is, or iron, or even platinum that we use in our phones. You're going to start on the plus sign. But let me show you how you do the corners before we get started with putting the tape down. If this is your tape, when you get to the corner, you're going to want to do a 180-degree turn or a right angle away from the direction that you're going to want to go in. So here's our fold. And then you're going to fold the copper tape back into the right direction. And we'll do the same thing for the other two corners. So let's start with the first piece. You're going to peel back a little bit of the copper tape. You'll see there's paper or sticky stuff on the back. You're going to peel the white backing off just a little bit at a time. You're just going to take it as you come, and you're going to put the first piece down in the middle of where our battery is going to be, right on top of that plus sign. And carefully and slowly pull the white away from the copper tape as you are laying it down. It doesn't have to be perfect. When you get to the corner, we're going to do that 180-degree turn. We're going to bend it away from the direction that we want to go in, and you can push it down. And then we're going to fold it back, going in the right direction, and continue laying down the copper tape. And you're going to want to run it right into the black circle. Take your scissors and make a little cut, because we need a break. And now we're going to start again. We're going to lay our copper conductive tape right at the edge of the black dot and push down as we go. When we get to the next line, we have to make another corner, fold away from the direction you want to go in. You're going to continue laying it down and pulling the white backing off as you go. Don't worry if it's not exact. We get to the next line, we're going to do one more turn away from the direction you want to go and then back. When you get to the end, you want to make sure you get into that circle so that these two pieces are going to crisscross. That's how we will make our completed circle. So now you should have something that looks like this. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our LED bulb, and you'll see that there's two prongs. One is longer than the other. You want the longer one, which is the plus one. You're going to fold it out, and you're going to fold the other one out so that it looks like this. And you want the plus side, that is the longer pin, facing towards where the battery is. This is where the tape comes in handy. We need to tape the LED bulb into place, and you want it between the copper. You want it between the eyeball. So you can put a piece of tape down on that side and a piece of tape on the other side so that the bulb is sticking straight up. Next is our battery. So this side, where this circle was, we had a plus sign. We want to put the plus side of the battery down. And the plus side is going to be shiny as opposed to the other that sort of has a texture. So take your shiny side, your plus side, and put it down. When you tape down the battery, make sure that you don't put any tape on the back of the battery, because the copper here, the copper wire, has to be able to touch the back of the battery. So you're going to want to put a little bit on either side to hold it in place, but while still having the back of the battery exposed. The next order of business is getting the bulb to poke through the eyeball. And the way I did this is I laid it on top and lined up the ends and just pushed a little to feel this, and you'll see a little mark. I used a pencil, but you can use anything that sort of has a point to it, and poked a hole for the bulb to come through. And I pushed it done. A little more tape. We're going to make sure just the top is taped so that they stay in place. Now that we've put our monster together, when you open the bottom flap and you put it and you touch them, your one-eyed monster will light up. And when you open the flap and you break the circuit, it will stop. So every time you turn on the light switch in your house, this is exactly what's going on. You turn the lights on and you make that circuit, and to break the circuit and turn off your lights, you turn off the switch and you no longer have a circuit. I hope you enjoyed this month's First Friday STEM project at the Bala-Cynwyd Library. Be sure to look at the PDF that has a lot more information, some interesting books about electricity, and some follow-up activities. See you at the library.